Welcome back, you lovely people. We're going to focus again on Bitcoin. Why Bitcoin? Well, I did put out this tweet a few days ago. Sure, altcoins are cool, but don't forget Bitcoin fixes the foundational layer of society. And altcoins are cool. I mean, look at Ethereum up another 10% today, although do bear in mind, not at the all-time highs. Link up 7%, but not at the all-time highs. So some of the altcoins doing really, really well. Rarible, 52%, Matic, 33%. But our focus is on Bitcoin right now. We've been following altcoins for 4 months, ever since I was putting out videos about alt season starting around the turn of the year. And we've been following altcoins very closely for that reason. There's now a reason why I'm following Bitcoin closely, and that is because Bitcoin is the most important trade. It is the tide that lifts all boats. And particularly when you get events like the Elon Musk gate, or Elon gate, as he wanted us to call it, it becomes even more important, because Bitcoin is absolutely critical, not just to our portfolios, but to humanity. And it's also very, very important with regards to the 4-year cycle and what happens with the whole crypto market. And we're at a pivotal juncture. So looking at the halving tracker, this is what I've been following. This is what I've been showing you. We were talking about it during this dip, that it looked like we were beginning our mid-bull market war of attrition, as I was calling it. And as we were bouncing off of here, many of the analysts said that we were beginning our bounce up to the all-time high. And I said that we need to be ready for this final capitulation. Sorry, are we putting in that final capitulation? Well, certainly you can see the impact of the Elon Musk tweet now on the halving tracker. And what we need to figure out next is, are we going to see that continue, and are we going to put in that very, very final low before we head into the melt your face off parabolic phase of the cycle? So let's have a look at what's going on with price. Bitcoin is up 2% today, but just doing a bit of repair, obviously having a bit of a bounce off the bottom. I'm just looking at some of my trend lines. I'm probably going to clean them up a bit. I believe the market is probably looking somewhere in there at the moment. You can see the touch on this bar, and the touch here, maybe down a little bit. There we go. And I think this support line is probably somewhere out there. Don't need to be perfect, but to me, it looks like this is approximately where the market is looking for our key lines, but very close to what we've been following anyway. So we've had a bounce off of our support at 45, and now we are waiting for a decision. Are we going to put in a final capitulation, or are we going to recover from here? Well, there's a few ways to look at that. I was drawing some lines over here as well in another chart, and I have now drawn in this bull flag. And interestingly, I have the support that we're having on the other chart as well at about 40,000. And the bottom of this bull flag will come in at about 40,000, and we'll come in there around the 18th of May. And if you saw my video a few days ago, you know the importance of the 18th of May. That is, of course, the Walmart earnings and big rumors that Walmart have purchased some Bitcoin. So there's a confluence of factors around 40,000 and the 18th of May. Of course, that's very soon. So I do believe that we're going to see some big movement either to the downside or the upside over the weekend and early next week. Let's have a look. So right now, today, we have made a slightly higher high on this candle, but we have been rejected from this resistance that we've got in at about 51,500. So that's just interesting to look at. And I just want to head over to 2017 and see what the capitulation was like in 2017. And look, some people think that we are about to recover completely and head up to new all-time highs. It doesn't look to me like we have put in the low for this reason, because when you do put in that final low, then the recovery is usually swift and not much hanging about. You can see in 2017, this bar was 16%. This was not too shabby in itself, 3%, and then one sideways one, and then 26%. So it wasn't hanging around off the bottom, and that is what usually happens in crypto when you put in a bottom. So I'm inclined to think that we have done something like this, this being our Elon candle, and now we are consolidating, heading back into some sort of resistance, and then about to put in a final capitulation. Now, something to bear in mind is that this candle that we had yesterday, of course, was much larger due to an external event. So it probably came down somewhere in here. It was a big, big candle. So what we could see is a slightly bigger consolidation. I mean, a consolidation where we go a little bit higher than we did here. Even in 2017, we made 2 higher highs on the daily candles. You can see this one was slightly higher, and then this one was slightly higher into resistance, and then rejected for 4 days for a final capitulation of 24%. So how would that look this time? Well, like I said, you know, we had a big candle. Maybe, well, we wouldn't have had that without the Elon tweet, but we were breaking down anyway, remember? So maybe we would have come down in here. And therefore, I could see that over today and tomorrow and potentially Sunday, we do put in a series of higher highs. And that could take us potentially into this support level here at $53,000. And then if we follow the pattern from 2017, after we've been rejected from a resistance level such as that, then we would put in a 3 or 4 day correction. It was 24% last time. That would be about 24% this time as well. So it is looking eerily similar to 2017, which is actually what I've been saying for weeks, and it's continuing even with the externalities such as Elon Musk. It continues to look eerily similar. So until that breaks, then we're going to follow it as per the last cycle. If that does play out, we're looking over the weekend. Maybe it could be tomorrow. It could be Sunday that we find this resistance, and then we put in the final capitulation. And if so, we will have absolutely tracked that magnificently. But of course, we are ready for that not to happen. We can't impose our will on the market. So I'm looking at this level, 53,000. And if we do break 53,000 to the upside, particularly if we come in and test and then resume upwards, at that point, then we can have some confidence that 2017 isn't playing out and that we're about to head back to recover and then make the all-time highs. So it's definitely a few, or let's say an important weekend ahead of us. We will definitely be tracking it on the channel. Enjoy the altcoins, and we will certainly check back in as soon as we have a clear decision on Bitcoin, because whatever happens next on Bitcoin is going to have a huge impact on the whole market. And just bear that in mind with regards to portfolios and altcoins. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll talk to you over the weekend.